That was the best part of that story, folks, the behind the scenes. Okay, if bag hauls are part of baseball, the Sugarland Skeeters are part of a plan to change the game.
Yeah, the team is using new technology that lets computers call balls and strikes. Now, umpires will still be on the field, but some are wondering, for how much longer?
Larry Seward got to see the system in action. He joins us now live from Sugarland. Larry?
Mia, tonight was just an experiment with a home plate umpire using an earpiece like the one I'm wearing, listening to a computer call balls and strikes, but using his own judgment in the actual game. Now, tomorrow night, whatever he hears, he calls. After every pitch, umpire Marshall Thomas heard voices, but for the first time in 30 years.
It was bound to happen, you know. Now, how far they go with it from here, it remains to be seen.
He's about to listen.
Gotta clip it.
And do exactly what he's told through that iPhone and earpiece.
We're just trying it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
The Sugarland Skeeters are one of a handful of Atlantic League pro baseball teams testing automatic balls and strikes, and umpires involved.
We finna get replaced?
Hardly love it.
We're going to have a pitching machine out there and get rid of the pitchers?
Fans had questions too.
Technology is basically taking over society, and it does good in some ways and it does bad in other ways as well.
In this case,
It basically emits Doppler over the entire field.
that blacked out monitor high above the field collects data fed to an app called TrackMan.
The 3D K-zone right here shows it. That pitch.
Major League Baseball's used it for years to show fans pitch speed and location. Clubs also use it to grade and evaluate players, but it's not in their umpires' ears yet. But behind that glass, they're closely watching how it works at Constellation Field.
At some point, it's gonna probably, I wouldn't say irritate us, but it's gonna be different.
Skeeters general manager Tyler Stram calls himself a traditionalist but loves ABS. His team used it on the road twice and claims the strike zones were consistent.
Sometimes you hear about umpires favoring one team over the other. Now you won't have that.
You also won't have a backup other than good old-fashioned humans, so as hard as it is to let someone or something tell him what's a ball or strike, Thomas says umpires' approach cannot and will not change. Because we're talking about cell phones and signals here, the team here, the Sugarland Skeeters, extended their Wi-Fi network to make sure that it doesn't fall through the cracks. But as you heard from those umpires, they will be ready to call balls and strikes in the traditional way if there's any hiccup. Len, Mia, back to you.
Oh my goodness, a hiccup with the technology. Thank you, Larry. A restaurant in San Antonio apologizing after a worker asked a police officer to leave.